Hey guys, the physicality that you guys played with tonight and sort of the intensity, how do you carry that forward? Because that seems to be the ingredient that may have been missing from some of these previous games.
I think going into this game, we knew Houston was a physical team, so we had to up our physicality. And I think if we just treat every game like we know the other teams will be physical, things like that, I think we'll have that consistency that we're looking for.
Outside of just the threes actually going down, do you feel like there was anything different in how you guys were able to create your looks tonight?
A lot of ball movement. I think we had 30-some assists on 40-something makes, so we were able to share the ball, and I think we're just able to get good looks and easy paint points too.
Hey Vox, we've seen you're not afraid to talk and go at players when they're coming at you and chatting back and forth with you, but Houston being a team that likes to be physical, likes to try and get under skin and instigate some things, how do you feel you, Malik, everybody responded to that and that sort of effort?
I think we responded well. I mean, like you said, people don't usually do it to me for good reason. So and I wasn't spoken to after that though, so. But as a team, we definitely responded well, and I think what's even bigger was the fact that we were able to get that lead and sustain that lead throughout the entire second half. I think that's growth, and I think we obviously have had trouble with that in the past. But trying to have signs of a good team, you have to be able to do that, and we have to continue to try to build off of this because one win doesn't really matter in this conference. You got to be able to string together a couple, and but it was good to protect home court, especially the way that they have been playing this year. I mean, they've been looking at one of the best teams in the league. So for us to come off and get a win like this is definitely good for us.
De'Aaron, you just mentioned it, protecting home court and just how important it was, to get that win tonight because you went up 1-tick, so now you're 5-7. At G1C.
Yeah, I mean we have to be better, especially playing here. But a big thing for us is, I think we gave up 21 free throws. Like it's not terrible, especially with how physical this game was played. So if we're able to do that and bring that type of physicality every night, and not just constantly put teams on the free throw line, we give ourselves a great chance to win.
De'Aaron, you guys had 33 assists tonight, and Malik had 12. As a point guard and as someone who's played with Malik for a long time, could you speak to the way you've seen him evolve in his time here as a point guard? Yeah,
I mean, his playmaking, I think, has definitely been underrated. I think even coming up, I think he could play make, but he was always in a position that teams needed him to score and put the ball in the basket. But we asked him to do a multitude of things, and one of that is definitely, being a pick and roll ball handler. And the way that he scores the ball, you have to respect it. So he's able to get guys involved. Last year I think he was one of the best pick and roll players in the league. So, and then having him in the starting lineup makes it a lot easier to get into that groove, and it definitely helps us as a team. And he's been great for us.
De'Aaron, did it feel like you guys, I don't know, I don't want to put this the wrong way, but just given where you've been, given, Houston they kind of pushed you guys around a little bit last season. You knew they were going to try to do it here. To push back, how valuable is that for you guys as a group to experience that, go through that, fight it off, and find a way to win, and what can it do for you?
Like I said, you have to, you don't want this to be a one-off. You don't want it to be, we were physical just because we knew that they were going to be physical. You want to have that reputation kind of like how that team has. Everybody in here knew that they were going to come in here and try to punch you in the mouth, and they do that every single night. Obviously, that's not an easy thing to do, but you have to be willing to go in every game and give that type of effort. And that's what they do night in and night out, and that's why they have the record that they have, and that's why they give themselves a chance every single night. I think they're like 25th or something in three-point makes. Even if they're not making shots, regardless, the way that they play basketball, the physicality that they play with, how hard they play, they know that they can beat any team. And for us, you have to be willing to strive for that, no matter who you're going up against. If it's the worst team in the league, if it's the best team in the league, you have to know, what your identity is going into a game.
De'Aaron, physical and chippy games like this, how fun is that? And Keegan, when you got that charge, was that a little celebration you did?
I knew. I just pointed the other way, but he had 5 fouls, so I knew that. So I was just trying to get him out the game.
And how fun was that game?
Oh well, like I said, people don't talk shit to me all the time, so. Not much to say after that.
Darren, I guess you just talked about it, but after all those antics, you guys go on an 11-1 run to close the half. I think you had 10 of those points. Sorry to keep talking about it, but do you just enjoy those moments? And I guess, Keegan, from your point of view, how do you see Darren lead? Is it on the court? Is he saying things on the sidelines? Just what's your perspective of it all?
Now you say something to me, come along for the ride.
I feel like he's been more outspoken this year, whether that's bringing guys together, whether that's bringing our whole team together, things like that. So, and I feel like that's led to him just gaining more confidence and going on these scoring runs that he's been going on.
Hey guys, the three guys who primarily played off the bench tonight, Kevin, Isaac, and Jay, all had like really nice productivity. Just how big is that for you guys that those guys are stepping into roles and figuring out roles right now?
I mean, we need that, especially with Malik starting. I mean, a lot of times whenever they're on the court, I'm kind of in a part of that second group with them. So, it's a big responsibility for me just to try to make the game a little bit easier for them and to stay aggressive. But the way that they shot the ball tonight, like we need that. We have a lot of scoring in our first group, but at the end of the day, you're not going to win games with 5 guys. That's just not the way that it works. So just being, and I mean, we know that, Isaac's not going to be 5 for 5 every game, or, Kev's not going to shoot, 43% from 3 every single game, but having that type of production from those guys obviously helps, but we just have to be able to gain some type of consistency through that. Like I said, our starting 5, we know that everybody in there can put the ball in the basket and can really get it going, but having your bench unit really affect the game like that, will always be a positive for us.